I'm Sue Menkins, and my husband Mark and I have Maleny Black Angus beef. Just wanted to start with a quote. We don't need a law against McDonald's or a law against slaughterhouse abuse. We asked for too much salvation by legislation. All we need to do is empower individuals with the right philosophy and the right information to opt out en masse. That's a quote from Joel Salatin. He's the most influential farmer in the world today. Thanks for coming along as we explore the rising interest where food comes from and the need to educate ourselves on the current system. Also to discover what our options are to make healthy choices. I'll be concentrating on beef, of course. Now, a little about us. Our family was breeding cattle for 5 years when I went to a barbecue along with my daughter. Now, these friends of ours said that they had great steak and sausages because they bought it from the good butcher. Let's just say the meat left a lot to be desired because we've been eating our own meat. I hadn't eaten any other meat and didn't know what it was like. So I then realised what people thought good meat was. I went home and I said to Mark, let's start selling ours to the public. It had been an idea we'd been toying with for a while. And it was only then that I knew how good our beef was that I had the confidence to then take it forward. I spent the next 6 months researching grass-fed beef and developing our website with our web guide. And we were up and running August 2015, and it just so happens we launched at the same time that the Real Food Festival was on, so that was fantastic to meet and greet a few new people. We actually market our beef direct to the public, there's no middleman. We take our orders via our website, or just call me. We sell in bulk, so it's fantastic value, and we sell an eighth of an animal, a quarter, a half, and a whole animal. Our Black Angus beef is dry aged for 10 days, and that's where a lot of the flavour is enhanced, something that doesn't happen in the meat that you buy at the butcher or the supermarket. Mark and I personally make deliveries as well to your door, and that we really enjoy, meeting our customers. And you can't get more direct from the farmer than that. All meat that's fresher as well. We have it all vacuum packed, 2 steaks to a packet, and it's all packed the day before we collect it and deliver to your door. It is true nose to tail eating. Nothing is wasted because we sell the whole animal, bones included. You get your share of bones. All the details are on the website if you'd like to have a look. Along with, we've just started doing recipe clips. We have a chef on board. He's really keen to use our meat and promote our business, which is fantastic. So we've just started doing clips. So he's just done one on chili con carne. So that's been on Facebook and on our website as well, and many, many more to come. And I'd just like to share with you some of the benefits of grass-fed beef. Before I do, just want to ask a couple of questions. Who knows what a heifer is? Anyone might know what a heifer is? It's a female that has not had any babies. Okay? A steer? No? It's a castrated male, and they're generally the ones that we process for meat. Okay? A bull, we all know what a bull is. He does the work. And a cow, a lot of people call cattle cows. A cow is actually a female that has had babies. So it's a mother, basically. A weaner is a young one that's been taken off the mum at about 6 months, just like we wean our babies. And a calf, of course, other than being very cute, are the young ones. Now, there are some amazing health benefits of grass-fed beef. One of the benefits is it contains CLA, which is conjugated linoleic acid, and it's actually found only in the fat of grass-fed animals, okay? Not in the protein, in the fat. It's an essential fatty acid, and it helps decrease the risk of cancer and has other really amazing properties. It has 3 times more vitamin E, which is also an antioxidant, and it lowers the risk of heart disease and cancer. It has 4 times more vitamin A, and this is all compared to grain-fed beef, okay? Vitamin A, of course, is great for good vision, and it's needed for bone development also. Also has more beta-carotene, which is an antioxidant, helps lower the risk of cataracts and macular degeneration, which is all to do with the eyes, eye health. It has less saturated fat, fewer calories, and more omega-3s, which is we need for brain development or functioning well. And probably a really big point is that it has a healthy ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s. Okay, we need a really good ratio to be healthy. Grain-fed beef, just for interest's sake, is high in omega-6s. Now the difference between them, omega-6s promote blood clotting, omega-3s slow it down. So you can see we need the both to be healthy. A little bit about Aberdeen Angus, which is what we breed. It originated in a couple of counties, Aberdeen and Angus, in Scotland. First came to Australia, first came to Tasmania in the 1820s. We've chosen Angus because they're naturally polled, they don't have horns, good mothers, they calve easily, so we tend not to have to assist too often, and of course great quality and great tasting beef. A little bit about where the different cuts come from on the animal. Is anyone a bit confused about where they all come from? No idea. I didn't either until I met my husband and he explained it. The best way I've heard it explained, imagine you're a cow and you're grazing, okay, so you're walking along. Which parts of your body are doing most of the work? Shoulders, your arms, yes, and the butt's kind of just coming along behind. So, those cuts, the shoulders is called the chuck, okay, the foreleg, your brisket's your chest, and the silver side, which a lot of people know, the brisket and the silver side, is on the inside of the leg at the top, at the back, okay. Now all of these actually contain, and also the belly area is the plate and the flank, and they're usually minced for sausages and mince and sausages, okay, because they've done a lot of work. Now these muscles do contain connective tissue that allows the animal to drag itself, do what it needs to do, and it needs to be broken down. So the best cooking method is slow cooking or braising, which is searing it and then cooking it slowly in some liquid. Slow cookers are great for brisket and silver side. And of course the rump and the round, the rump trails behind, wasn't too much work, not as much as the front. So fantastic steaks, and the round is diced generally, the stews, very tasty. Now which do not much work? Any guesses of the animal? Rack, yeah, cool, that's where all the really tender cuts come from. So your rib primal's just behind the shoulders. That's where your rib steaks and your roast come from. And then there's the short loin. I feel like my husband's uncle's a butcher, and he's always doing this when he's describing where things are. So the filet mignon, the eye fillet, and the tender roast and porterhouse come from the short loin, and then further down is the sirloin. Of course, fantastic for barbecuing. And ossobuco. Heard of ossobuco and wondered what that is? No. Yes. It's actually the shin of the animal. So you can have it bone in or bone out as a steak. Fantastic slow cooked with red wine. You'll find lots of recipes and videos on our website. Now a little bit about the animals themselves. They're actually ruminants. They absorb nutrients through a specialised stomach called the rumen, where the fermentation occurs. It occurs when the grass, the cud, is regurgitated and chewed again to break down the plant matter. So you can understand why they need to eat grass, because this is how they're made. It's what they do. As I mentioned before, the CLA is only found in grass-fed ruminants, as it comes from the grass itself and absorbed. They have difficulty digesting grain, and it can cause them issues if they do for long periods. Now there is a difference. Grass-fed, you may have heard of, hopefully I've touched on why grass-fed is better for you, but you've also maybe heard of grass-fed and grass-finished. So that's when the animal's been fed grass its whole life. Some grass-fed meat is then finished on grain. So it's just if you want grass-fed, make sure it's grass-fed and grass-finished, okay, which ours is. One thing you just need to remember with grass-fed beef, it needs to be cooked differently. It doesn't have all of the fat content, so it just needs to be cooked on a lower temperature and for a little bit longer. Now I trust I've said enough to encourage you to think about what you eat and where it comes from. Mark and I just like to extend a special offer too, a 10% discount if you'd like to purchase some meat from us until the middle of June. And I've just got some flyers with a code on it you just need to put into our website. Also, I've got a sheet here about some really great websites and books that I've certainly looked into that you might like to have a look for yourself and gather some more information. Okay, thanks very much for coming along. Yay.